Hello chickens, how are you all doing today? It's Angela and we are going to be finishing off our little mini journal today. So if you haven't joined me for the last video, I showed you how I put this little mini journal together. The base, the construction of the whole base without any decoration. And today I'm going to show you how I go about decorating it. So let's have a look at that. So yes, I've got all my bits from where we left off the last time. So all of those are in my little tray here. And I thought I would start off with showing you how I do my tags. So I've left one here, I've done the rest, and just to show you what I do. So what I tend to do is I keep hold of all the little scrappy bits, even if they're little thin strips, because what I like to do is use my little 15mm punch, or this is about 3/4 of an inch, and I like to cut out these little circles from the scraps. Okay, so what I do then is I put some ink around the edge, so just dab a little bit of ink on here, and I then take my glue and just stick that down at the top of the tag. It just sort of gives it a nice finished look. Now, if you don't have an eyelet setter like a crocodile or anything, or the manual one, because I used to have one that was like a metal bit where you tap it with a little hammer, makes a hole, then you put the eyelet in and then you tap it with that. So if you don't have either one of those, you can just make the hole and that would act like a ring reinforcer. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm using it as a decorative piece here. All right, so what I do then is I just take my crocodile. I've learned to gauge this, so I don't know how you work the settings, but I know that that's the middle. All right. How's that for a guess? Okay, then I just take my little eyelet. Now, as I said, if you just put the hole in and use a normal just one of the punches from a paper punch, that would be much stronger with that little reinforcer there. I then just take my little eyelet and I put it in, press that down, and press it like that. So there you go. That's all I do with that. And then people often ask me how I do the bows. So I just take a piece of ribbon, I thread it through like that. I turn it this way because I find it easier. I like to have like bunny ears at the top. So I just, at this point, I'm gauging to save on ribbon how long I want that. And I'm going to trim that a little bit, but not too much. You can pull it at this point, one way or the other, whichever way. And then I tie that just like that. And then I just pull it to the top like that. Okay. And then just take your scissors and angle it like this. You can cut the two together, of course. There we go. And that's how I do the ribbons. All right, so those are done there. I have stuck down my little envelope. I've got all my ephemera pieces ready to go here. I have put a little eyelet in this piece with a bit of ribbon like I did for the other. So that's all good to go. I do just want to take this postcard and put a little bit of decoration on here. So let's just get some of these things out of the way. So I'm going to my little tray here. I'm looking for the little daffodils that I fussy cut out. So there's one. Okay, I've got a little scrap of the ribbon that's in that little mini journal bundle. I'm going to just take my vintage photo and sort of just go around this. I thought I'd done all of this. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and just stick that little piece of ribbon on there as a little decorative feature, really. That's all I'm doing. I hope you guys are well. I did have my birthday this week, and thank you all for the most amazing wishes. You are so thoughtful and kind and really touched my heart with that. So thank you, everybody. I haven't got to answer everyone, so do forgive me if I'm just hearting it, but that if I heart it, it means I've read it. And it's impossible to answer everybody. I'd need a month off just to do that. But thank you so much. This is my thank you. I really appreciate your kindness and, you know, your kind words. It's just amazing. You had me in tears, some of you. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I had a lovely day, but I didn't do anything. It was a normal working day here at Angela Kerr Designs. In fact, I packed all your orders. So that's what I had put down in my diary to do. Everybody in my family, I mean, Paige was working and doing things as well. And, you know, my son was also working, and it's, I've saved it. I've had a rain check on that for the weekend. So we're hoping when people have got more time in their busy lives, just going to put that over there, then we can go out and do something as a family, like a meal or something, and have a few laughs. Right, let's get back on to what we're doing. Now, we stuck all of this down last time. I want to put some lace on. So this is, I'm just copying what I did before. So what I do is I take the lace, and you can sew this on, but I'm not going to sew it. I'm going to glue it like I did with the other one. And again, I'm going to take my fabric tack, and this one I ran on this side, not the other, just so I did have contemplated at the time. So all you need to do is, and you don't want a lot of glue here because, you know, you do have that flip up over there. So I'm going to just get a little bit of it just so that I can stick it down. So there's that. And I'm going to just do it up to that sort of line there. So I go slightly over so that I can just trim it. So the sort of line there of the lace helps me get it nice and straight. And then we want to just cut that off nice and carefully. Right, and then we want to do the same for the other side. Right, so that's going to dry. So we'll leave that to dry. We'll just put that over there for the moment. So on the envelope side now. So what I wanted to do was put some lace on these sides. So I thought, I've got a green and a blue. I thought I would put, let's see, we're going to put the green on this one. So again, probably easier to do it like this. If you feel more comfortable, what you can do is take your bone folder. I'm looking for a shorter ruler. Here we go. And I think I want it at this point. So what I do is I just take my ruler, gauge the edge there, and not too hard. I'm just drawing a little score line. It just helps me gauge it so that when I stick it down, it's going to be straight. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to just take this and run the glue along there. And then take our lovely green, I love this lace. Right, so I'm following now that little score line so that I get it nice and straight. Okay, I'm not going to stick a piece on there. I'm going to stick a piece on here. We're going to go with the blue this time. And same thing applies. So I'm going to not get it over the birdies. I'm going to put it closer here. So just using the width of my ruler, so about 1 inch away. I've got my softly scored line there, which you probably can't see, but you know what my intentions are here. Right, so, and then we're just going to do little circles. It sort of just smooths the glue out with the little circles. Right, so there's that bit done, the envelope. So I've got my little envelope here, and I've stuck that down just there. You can stitch around it if you want, but I'm not going to. Right, so we've got that there. What I did was I had a little strip of fabric over. Yeah, this is from the bundles that I was doing for the garden story. So I'm going to just stick that over there, and then I'm going to just, so I'm going to get that at the bottom, and then I'm going to get my 2 little bits of lace to go on top. So that's what I did for that. Okay, so let's just get that about a 1/2 inch up from the flap, and then we'll just get that on the edge there. So how much has that gone over? Perfect. Okay, now these little lines, you can just see where it needs to be. Right, so there we go. Then I am going to put down the cream lace first. These are all from that bundle. I made this with and then put the bundle together. There we go. I've still got some of these bundles if you're interested, guys, because I'm sure that's the next question. In my website shop, if you're not sure. Links in the description box, as always. Right. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to put this blue one just to cover that top edge there. Right, now I did have a little petal. Again, these are just from my website shop. This is the turquoise two-tone, if you're wondering. Be mindful of the crease. Just thought about that there, because obviously the flap's going to go down. Yeah, so just be mindful of the crease. And then I'm going to take another one of these little daffodils, purely because I want to keep it flat. Now you can put a button, you can put whatever you want, a butterfly, anything, absolutely anything. And as I said, these are perfect for Mother's Day coming up in May. Yeah, and if you've ordered if you've placed any orders with me for any of this, any of these bundles, kits or anything, they all went off already, so they're on their way to you. And even if you're from the States and I'm in the UK or wherever you are in the EU, Australia, New Zealand, all of those places, the States, it only takes about a week, if I'm honest. I send it all tracked, so yeah, that way I know you'll get it on time. Okay, so we've got that little one done, and that can go back there. Let's see now what we need to do. We don't need to do anything on that side yet, so that's good. We do want to put some little bits of a decoration here, but it's not much at all. The only thing I'm putting on here is this little fussy cut, so that goes on over there. You can see it's all coming together really beautifully now. And yeah, you could be rolling these off for Mother's Day, for special someone, for their birthday who loves gardening. And it doesn't have to be a woman. I mean, these are neutral colors. You could do this for any gentleman that loves gardening, you know, it's just endless. Right, we're going to close that, and then I'm going to, let's open it like this. That'll be easier. I just want to put a little sentiment on here. So I'm going to take my distress ink and go like that. We're going to stick that on. I'm going to move that back over there for the moment and grab some of the green lace, and I'm going to stick that just off the bottom like that. So let's just measure it, because it'll be hard to cut once it's down. So it's going to be about there according to my piece, so that's all right. and we're going to stick this down. Oh, the sun is shining, guys. I'm very happy about that. My garden is looking lovely and trimmed and neat. I'm going to go and look for some nice colourful plants to put into some of the beds that I haven't had time to do, and my son has offered to do it, so I'm very happy about that. I can't dig those holes, it will kill me, but he said he will do it, so there you go. You know, what are children for? Yeah, and I think I'm going to get, Paige doesn't know it yet, but I think she'll probably walk in the door now. I'm going to get her to give me a manicure and a pedicure. That's what I'm going to do after this. Yeah, because I can. She's a beautician. Yeah, they've got the right jobs, my two, for my benefit. Right, I think that's everything on that bit. I think. And I think that's everything on that bit. Did I stick anything on this? Just checking. I think that's everything there so far. We good so far? So good. Right, we've got our little bits from last time. Oh, we need to do some stuff here. Okay. What did I stick on here? Okay, so this one, we need to put on our little wellies and a quote and a butterfly. So we've got the wellies. Come on. A quote and a butterfly. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're just going to go like this. You see how quick it is. It's when you get going. I mean, this just all comes together and you can't go wrong. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some little die cuts. Just not many. Just 2, I think. Something like that. I'll show you in a minute. So just stick that one down first, and then we'll do this one. For the front one, I need 2 turquoise and 2 green leafy fussy cuts. So I'm going to, for these 2, I'm going to go and grab those quickly. Okay, so as you can see here, I've just stuck on 2 of these turquoisey leafy bits. I think they come from the Sizzix Christmas greens or something like, or garden greens. And I've stuck a green one on there, and I'm about to do the same with this over here. So I'm just bringing it in a little bit and stick that down on there like that. And then we have just got these little bits, these fussy cuts, which come into the kit. I mean, everything's from the kit, so you know, I've made it to be a one-stop project, really, as much as I can. I'm going to stick this one just over there, so we'll get that one down quickly. Go to the edges when you're doing this. All right, and then all that I did was I put 2 little buttons on. So I put the blue one on the front and the yellow one on the rear pocket. So, and then I got these from the lovely Karen. These came from, I think she got these from one of your adhesive gems. I'm just going to put a little dot there and a dot there, and use these little goodies to grip the body. Right, so there's that can dry as well, so we'll just leave it on the top there. And then let's have a look then at this little piece, which goes into the inside pocket of our cover. Now that's your fold line, so you don't want anything to go over there. I'm just going to tie this around there to remind me not to sew it in when I've done that before. Right, so you've got your little pocket. Let's just take our I mean, I have done it with the brown, but I'm just going to do it a little bit with the green. That's the side that needs to go on the right. This side needs to go, we're going to stick it there, but I want to put some of the blue lace on. I'm going to take it about, I'm going to get it facing this way, I think, like that. So I'm going to just draw a little line again. I find that easier. We want that. That goes at the top there. We want a little butterfly as well, so that's going to go at the top there. We want a little butterfly, which I think is this one, sitting on the flower. So that's what I had over there. Let's get those down, just like it's resting on the flower. And then we just need to put in the smaller little piece that, so that piece, that one I made sized to fit there perfectly. So there we go. And we'll just get some more of that on the little folio there. I don't think there was anything else that we needed to do. Right, this can now go into our folio. So I'm going to hold it there. We're going to put glue along there, along the bottom, and along the side. Right, turn it around. Try and gauge the two there. Here's my fold line of the spine, so I've got it pretty close, and I'm going to get that in there like that. All right, so there's all of that sorted. Okay, that can go and dry over there. Right, so in this little bit, we're going to make that shortly. And what did I do with the little squirrel? Can't remember now. He's hiding away. Not there. The squirrel and the pot plant holder, I've forgotten what I did with them. And I'm sure I did put them somewhere, and we will find a spot. I can tell you, I'm going to put the pot plant. Did I not put it over there? Can't think now. No, but I thought that would be a good spot actually. So I'm going to put this over there. We just want to hold that down a bit. Right, so we've got that in place, and then the little squirrel, cute. Do I want you over there? That would look cute, wouldn't it? It's just a case of deciding where you think it will be most appropriate. I mean, it could go there, but I like it for the birds, so I quite fancy them over here. So we'll do that. All these little creatures. I tell you, this is what it looks like at the bottom of my garden. I've got all the creatures, the birds, the hedgehogs. We have the squirrels, but running across the sort of park area that is my view. We've got the dogs, the mice, everybody. There's a lot going on. Right. Okay, that's everything there. So we've got all of that. I've got this bit going in here, so we're all good to go with this. This is going to go in here, and I'm going to show you how I do that in a sec. This is the last little trick that we're going to do. Is you haven't got this. This is just left over, but I needed a circle, and I had this one. So any scrap piece of paper would be fine. You do want to grab yourself a paper clip. This one is 1 3/4 inches in length, or 45 mil. All right, so that's it. Then you've got these two little banners that come in the kit, and you will have this circle, okay, and this butterfly. Alrighty, let me just check that I've got it all right. The first thing, well, You want a bit of ribbon or something to go at the top there as well. Okay, now I've got this one like this. You can have it like this, whatever you choose. And I didn't use this to secure my envelope with on this occasion, so I'm going to do it this way. What you need to do is take your scrap circle and put it between these two. Now I've got the shorter one on the top. Either one is fine. All right, so just between the two parts of the paper clip. Now don't move it straight up to the edge there. Keep it a little bit away just so that you can thread a ribbon through. All right, so you've got that like that. That's the bit that we're going to slide onto the page, and this is the bit that we aren't. Okay, or we could have it the other way as well. It's up to you. Right, so I've got that there, and then all I do is, we've got to put these on first, don't we? Get your two little banners and your glue, and I'm going to just use this glue. I want to get those sort of lapped. I'm going to make one slightly shorter like that. So I want to just get my glue on there, on that bit. Just got that folded over just like half to a quarter. One's shorter than the other. Okay, and I'm going to get that. Well, let's take that off quickly. Let's thread these two through the longer part of the paper clip like that. Yeah, it looks a bit, no, let's see if I put that, yeah, that's okay. Right, so you've got those two threaded there, and we're going to just take our glue and put it on the little tabby bits that I've folded over and squash them flat so they stick. Yeah, okay, there we go. Then you want to take this circle, the scrappy circle, and thread it through, sort of get it in the middle so you got even amount there or there. Yeah, like that. Okay, and don't forget the little gap that you need to leave. So there we go. These are a bit skew. I'm trying to move them over a bit. Okay, so you've got that there. Lift this up just so that you can get some glue to keep these in place. And then I'm going to take more glue and get it all over this backing circle. Now I'm going to put the little butterfly. I think I might put the butterfly there. Here we go. Surprised I haven't stuck a word on there yet or something. Right, I've got this little yellow bit. I'm just threading it through. There we go. It's just decorative. Then isn't all of this just decorative? So I got a little bit there. I love the colour of this. Okay, everyone, what we want to do now is we want to get this all put together. So I'm going to quickly grab my needle and my thread to sew it in, and my pokey tool. Also grab your little pages. I showed you how to make those nice and even last time. And you'll also want to get hold of two clips to hold this together. All right, so I'm going to use these. All right, so the rule of thumb is you want to take your thread and make it 3 times the length of your cover. There we go. You want to take your needle and thread it. Now we want to start assembling it. So we start from the inside bit, which is this bit. I'm going to put this on afterwards. So I'm just going to take that off at the moment. You want to match these up and sort of equalize it. There's a little bit of a space on each side. Then you want to take this piece and you want to get that close to the bottom, just off the bottom there a little bit. All right. And then you want to join these two up to that bit there. But in the meantime, I want to just quickly put my clips on so that this bit's right. Yeah. What I tend to do with the spine is, again, I take my little ruler, which is over here, and I draw a little pencil mark, finding the halfway mark between that spine, which is not very wide. Okay, I'm going to do it this way so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to just draw with my pencil a line all the way down. Now, do extend the line to the end. I should have done that. And you're going to rub this out when we are finished, but it's going to help you when you are placing everything together. Okay, so we've got all of this in place now. What remains, let's just take this off. I've got those in place. Yeah. What we want to do now is get this, and I'm happy with this. Find the middle. Yeah. Push your thumbs in there. Pick this up, and you will have to maneuver things, but you want to get that into the center there and into the center there. Now, what I learned from putting on my little tassel is I want to move this bit slightly down. Okay, so I'm going to move it so I've got a bigger space there. But if you're not putting a tassel, sort of equalize it out. Right, now I'm good to clip there, and I'm good to clip here. But before I clip the bottom, I just want to turn it upside down and make sure that this bit, which is loose, is straight. Okay, and we can do that. Now we're good to go. Now, all we would need to do is, first of all, hold this with your one hand, your left hand. And what I tend to do is find the middle point. Now, I normally do this standing up, so I'm just making a little hole like that. And you'll be able to see, I'm holding it, trying to keep this 90 degrees to the table to make sure it's straight, and press that right through. Wiggle it out. All right, so you've got a hole there. Then I'm going to go about, I'm just gauging it, but the gap that I make there is the same gap I'm going to make there. All right, so probably about 1/2 inch, and I'm going to do the same. All right, wiggle it out, and the same over here. Just checking what I've got, and then press it down, wiggle it out. Okay, so you've got 3 holes there now. Now I'm just going to go in between, halfway between these two, like that. I think it's about there. Press that down, and the same halfway there, like that, and press it down. There we go. So you got your 5 holes. Right, now leave this as it is. Hopefully they're where they should be. They look all right. We're going to take this now. Make sure you got your cover the right way up, which I haven't checked yet, to be honest. It is. Okay. We are now going to find, we're going to make this slightly lower and this one slightly there, because we want to put a little eyelet in there. All right. So I am going to go and move it slightly further down. Okay, now I'm putting this spine onto this line, okay, and I'm going to just get it like that, and I'm going to just, with my pokey tool, I'm just going in the hole that I have. Yeah, I got that one there, and I'm just, you'll be able to see this better standing up, but I'm just trying to feel my way here. Okay, and I've just pressed through those holes that I had made already, and you can see there are fine little holes there. Okay, now I will just go and take my little piece of foam and press them right through. All right, so there we've got our 5 holes, and we have got more of a gap up there than we do there, and that's purely because I'm going to put an eyelet up there. Right, now this is the point where you're going to use your eraser and just rub out the pencil mark. You don't need it anymore. You don't want it to show either. Okay, here we go. Right, the moment of truth. It has arrived. Now, we want to grab this again. We're going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, which you've seen me do before. Go through the middle. This little bit here is a little bit that I'm going to use a different clip just to, let me use the other smaller pink one, it's better. Right, so I'm going to just use this to grip this so that it's not going to pull through when I tug it on it. Okay, we want to lift this up. We want to go through your cover. We want to come out at the top. I have to think about that for a moment. Oh no, the second one. Okay, the second hole. Why was that? I'm losing the plot, guys. Okay, I've done this 100 times or more. Okay, so we want to go into the second hole now. Struggling for some reason. Yeah, I am struggling for some reason. This is what I do. I take the thread off. It's now going in between funny sides. I thread it right through like that, so it's through, and then I rethread it. And then through there, through there. Okay, and then through the second one where we came out before. Okay, so give it a little pull. I'm going to miss the middle one and go to the next one. So we go straight through the hole. Okay, and then we're going to go to the bottom hole here. Okay, and then just come out in the middle. If at first you don't succeed, bring in the pliers. Right, we can undo that knot now. Now, before you make a knot, give this a little tug, not too hard, and then just check that these are tight. And if they are not, then what you need to do is just check on it. So this one is... Okay, not too hard like I did before and break the thing. Okay, so we've got that tied in. Right, so you've got your little book sewn in. That's all good to go. We haven't put our ephemera in yet, so that's all right. Look how lovely that's looking. And then it's just a case of putting on your little tabs, and we'll do that quickly. Right, so 4 little tabs, fold them in half. You know how to do this. Just decide I'm going to have blue, yellow, green, and I'm going to do them like that. Now you can go and put some ink around them, so I'm just going to show you one. Stick them up to, I'll show you now when I, like that. Okay, right, so I just stick them in line with that, those 2 tabs, flap bits there, and then I start with the end one then actually, and I go to the bottom. So with this one it would be here, and I'd stick that there, and then I find it's easier to space the other 2 All right, so that they are even. So I'm just moving it so that those little tabs show, and then I can fold that over. Yeah, now you can see where you need to space the other. So you've got one there and one there. So if you have a look, it's quite close to that one that you would want to put the next one on. So there we are on that front. Okay, I will go, and if you have a look at the video that I did on Sunday last, you'll see how I go and made these and stick them on there. So I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah. With a little peg. I've used a peg, you can use a paper clip. Alright, so that's going to go in there. We've got our paper clip, we've got all of that. I want to just show you how to put on this bit. Now that we've sewn that all in, we're good to go with our rickrack. Okay, so we've got our rickrack that's going to cover our stitching or any narrow trim that you have. And while I'm at it, I just go on the fold lines. I'm just going to go like that. And then I'm going to just put my glue on here over the stitching. And then you want to grab your rickrack and get that on there. In fact, I'd move it just a little bit down, seeing that we're going to put an eyelet in there. Okay, and then now I've got a much better space than I had before to put in that eyelet, so I'm going to do that. So here we go. Let's open this all up to do this, and then we want to get our eyelets in the top there. So perfect. Missed the sewing. And then I've got a nice eyelet that's a great color to match that. There we go. And then I'm going to just give it a squeeze. All right, so there we go. Look at that. Perfect. And that's ready to have the little tassel to go on there. So that's all good. Now you can put whatever you want on the decorations here. I didn't put anything on, but that's okay. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was how to do this. So what I tend to do is use my glue stick as a little roller. Yeah. And I take it and I sort of grip it to pull it up like you were making a Swiss roll, if you learned that at school. And then you roll it over like that, look. Yeah. And that's going to give it that nice rolled edge that you need for when you close it. Okay, and then all we need to do is put in our closure. Okay, so I've just got one of these large We Are Memory Keeper eyelet goodies, and then I'm just getting the middle here and then working out where I'm going to be. And the middle is here, so I just take this upside down, and with my pencil I make a little mark, and then we can grab our crocodile again. I tell you, crocodile is one of the best investments you can really make as far as this is concerned. A lot of the tools I don't use. I honestly don't. I end up with my ruler and my craft knife for most things, if I'm honest. And there we go. That's in. And it's looking good, right? And then you want to just take whatever you're using for your closure. So I have got this, and I sort of just need to make it in half. Put the ends together. Sorry, this is the end of the roll. That's why it looks like that. And I am just going to cut them like that so that you've got banners and they won't fray. And then you want to just fold that like that in half and like that. Now what I've tended to do lately is I used to thread it through here, I used to struggle with that. Now I'm going to just pull one of these ends through. I'm holding the one end so they don't both go through. Right, and then make it halfway, more or less. Okay. And then once I've got it through all the way, I'm just going to make a little knot on the top side. Okay, like that. Yeah. And then we are good to go. Right, let's sort out all the bits that need to go on here now. Now, I shouldn't have stuck that to the round thing. I've just realized. So I'm just releasing it there. So let's just go and get that on one of these pages. What have I done with this? It's got that bit there. I'll have to come back and fix that. You see, even I have mess ups, but there we go. Right, and then we can stick everything in. So let's do that. This little bit is going to go into this pocket here, right? And then we are going to put this one into the big envelope pocket. Where is it? In here. There we go. Love that ribbon. And then the other big one in this pocket, not this one, in there. And this one goes in there. Okay. Then this goes in the back there. That goes over there. Of course, you can do this any way you want, guys. These two go into the belly band. This is going to go in the back over here, like a nice little photo. And what I'm looking for needs to go over here. Okay, so there's that. We've got a little duck. You can put these wherever you want, of course. And that bit in there. Okay. And these two go in here. Okay, that's all good. Come back to that. And I've made a right mess of it. A little bit that we had in here. And this bit in there. That's all good. And then our lovely lady. And then on that side we've got this one in here. I love the birds. And then this little one as well. Then I'm going to put that in there. This lovely picture of this happy couple in there. And a little sunflowers over there. And all good, all good. Then I tend to just go back and see where I need something. And I'm going to stick the birds in there with the one banner. And that banner which I need to fix, that's all good. I think I'm going to put this one in the back to cover that tag there, and then this one probably in the back of the other, but I was going to stick it in there. That is where I had it with the other, but I need to fix the banner. Right, so that's all of that there. All that needs to be done now, guys, is to stick on these and to make your tassel, which is in my Sunday video. Now, if you've got to this point with me, thank you very much. I do want to say two things. Please go and watch the video, the first one, and leave a comment and a like. And second of all, do the same for this video that you've watched today. Leave a comment and a like, because I'm going to have this little journal in my Sunday video for a draw, and I will be drawing it from one of those two videos. So the construction of the base, on how I construct the base, that's the first one, and how I decorate it is the second one. So leave a comment and a like for both of those, and you stand a chance of winning this little mini in its entirety. So it'll look like this one over here, with its tassel and all its little bits finished off. So those are the only two things I've got to go and do. And you stand a chance on Sunday. So my Sunday video, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to draw the winner for this little journal. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for all the lovely messages this week. You made my day. I will see you on Sunday for a draw. So please go and watch the two videos so that you can stand a chance. And it doesn't matter where in the world you live. I will get it to you. All right. Thank you so much. I will see you again soon. Have a great weekend now. Bye.